So now we have our third team from Chicago, and I wish I had the words to speak to explain what their project is. If only there is some sort of an app to help me with my vocabulary, and I think there is, but they have all the words. So I'm going to give up the floor again to Robert to describe the WordUp project to you.
Thanks, Colin. Again, my name is Robert, and my teammates are John and Jung. We also have a fourth teammate, Janine, who had a prior commitment that prevented her from being here with us today, but she was a major contributor to the project. So for our app, we decided that we wanted to do something that was both fun and educational, and one of the cornerstones to education is literacy. So we created WordUp, an app to help improve your vocabulary. Here we have a user, John, who wants to improve his vocabulary, but he doesn't quite know where to get started. And knowing where to start is half the battle. So we designed our app with a recording diagnostic tool that will record the words that John speaks and update his vocabulary as he speaks. With the click of a button, he can get started.
Chicago is sometimes called the city of broad shoulders. I think that perfectly captures the nature of the people there, which are hardworking, but also nice and friendly. And for that reason, I'd be Chicago.
As John speaks, WordUp stores and analyzes his words in real time and updates his vocabulary accordingly. From here, John can check out some cool stats about the words he just spoke, and I'll let him tell you a little bit more about that.
Thanks, Robert. Here you can see a very informative bubble chart which contains all the words I've ever used in WordUp. In fact, we can see that after my recording, the words I just used are shown in the updated bubbles. I can also access a bubble chart which contains word usage information over time, as well as some relevant information about each word's use. This graph also displays the data broken down by year, making it a fantastic tool to analyze my trends. In addition, I can access a bubble chart sorted by level of difficulty. Here, I can drill down and see different words I've used from each level. Let's also note that the words I just recorded, by the way, were levels 1 through 3, all low-level words. What are some ways I can get better? Or some ways I can further enrich my lexicon? One great way is the recommended words section. Where WordUp really shines is in its ability to provide very specific and tailored recommendations for our users. Some quick examples include words at my level or higher which I've not used, or words I'm not currently using but which are being used by other people at my level. Of course, studying words in this way is a great habit, but it sure would be nice if there was a more engaging and fun way to learn new words. Robert, do you have any ideas?
I sure do, John. So if John wanted to practice some of the words he just learned, he can play our definitions game. Here, John is challenged to match the correct word to the definition. If he gets the word correct, he'll be given some user feedback, and he can move to the next question. If he gets it incorrect, he'll also be given some feedback, along with showing what the correct word is. He can also skip a question if he likes. We also have a synonym matching game where John has 15 seconds to match all the related words to the main word here in the middle. If he gets the word correct, he will be given some user feedback. We have some fun animations, and a point will be added to his score. Likewise, if he gets the word incorrect, a point will be decreased from his score. We had a lot of fun creating these games, and we had some front-end challenges, of course, like maintaining and updating state with React Redux. And we also ran into some challenges implementing animations with the HTML canvas. We had some back-end challenges that I'm going to let Jung tell you a little bit more about.
Thanks, Robert. Spoken language is complex, and one of the biggest challenges we had was turning speech into words and analyzing them in real time. When John speaks to WordUp, Web Speech API first turned the speech into the text. We then use a natural language processing API to convert the text into words you would find in a dictionary. We then use additional APIs to get word detail, like word difficulty level. When these are all finished, words are finally stored as nodes in Graph database. As John was speaking, all this data were processed behind the scene. We use Graph database rather than relational database because we wanted our data to have evolving relationship network of users and words. As users speak to WordUp, our relationship network grow and evolve in real time. Graph database also led us to process real-time custom word recommendation. With the user John, we can find different users who use same words as John. We then can make a recommendation based on words different users used. We had a lot of fun developing WordUp, and we hope that came through in our presentation. Thank you all for your time, and you can check us out at wordupapp.herokuapp.com.
Nice end with the animation. Yeah, it was very well done. I liked, the product was really well thought out, and even the design was very consistent throughout. Like the experience was also thought out from the beginning. So
Yeah, and I like the use of Neo4j. I haven't seen that as much in our projects, but it's a super cool technology, and I think that they used it in a very cool way to kind of connect different word categories together. People were speaking.